Hello everyone and welcome back to the Perfect French with Dylan. Today we are going to learn everything about the passé composé with êtres. So yesterday we saw avoir. Être is a tiny bit more complicated. There's a tiny bit more things to see, but nothing that you can't understand. Promise. On the book it's page 110 to 112. So most of the verbs conjugated in passé composé are conjugated with the verb avoir, with the auxiliary avoir. But we have a list of verbs conjugated with êtres, and we have an easy way to remember them. We have Dr. and Mrs. Vandertramp, with my most beautiful accent. So each letter of Dr. and Mrs. Vandertramp stands for one of the verbs that we are going to conjugate in the passé composé with êtres. I don't have enough space for the translation, so I'm going to give you the translation, but we are going to see every time the infinitive and the participe passé, the past participle. The first one, devenir, to become. Devenu, devenu. So remember we saw venir, well venir, devenir, okay? Revenir, same thing. Revenir, to come back. Revenu. Monter, to go up. Monter. This one only takes a E. Rester, same thing. Rester, to stay. Rester with a E. Sortir, sortir becomes sorti. So sortir, to leave, to go out, to exit. Venir, we just talked about this one. Venir becomes venu. Venir, to come. Venu. Allé, we've seen this one as well. Allé only takes a E, even though allé is the only irregular verb ending in ER in French. But it stays regular as a past participle. Naître, this one is very different. It becomes né, N-E. Exactly the same pronunciation as your nose. Le nez, né, same pronunciation. So naître, to be born. Then we have descendre, descendu. Descendre, descendu. So descendre, to go down. Then we have entrer, to enter, becomes entrer with a E. Rentrer becomes rentrer, rentrer, to come back. Tomber, tomber with a E, to fall, tomber. Retourner, retourner with a E. Arriver, to arrive, becomes arriver with a E as well. Mourir, this one just like naître, this one also changed a lot. We are going from mourir to mort, mort, so we don't pronounce the T, mort. So basically the two that changes the most are to be born and then to die. So just remember that, beginning of life, end of life, okay? So both of them come together as an irregular. The next one, partir, partir, to leave, is parti with a E. And then we have passé, passé with a E. So you should definitely study them by heart. Dr. and Mrs. Vandertramp, with 2P, Vandertramp. So the passé composé with êtres changes a lot from the passé composé with avoir. I told you yesterday that on the regular conjugation with avoir, the past participle does not agree in gender and in number with the subject. It agrees with the direct pronoun, we are going to see that tomorrow. But today, with êtres, the past participle actually agrees in gender and number with the subject. So this is really the main difference between passé composé with avoir and passé composé with êtres. It all comes down on how they actually agree in gender and number. That's the main point. That's the whole point of the conjugation. Alright, so let's see devenir. Devenir, the past participle is devenu. So we know that we have to conjugate it with êtres. So we're going to have the verb être conjugated in present tense. Then we add the past participle, devenu, and now we can look at the past participle when it becomes masculine, feminine, or plural. So, je suis devenu, I became. Je, I, can be either masculine or feminine. So if it's a masculine, je suis devenu, devenu won't change. But if it's a feminine, devenu will take a E. The pronunciation doesn't change. We don't say devenu E. It does not happen. So the pronunciation stays the same, it's mostly in this case for spelling. Tu es devenu, exactly the same if tu is feminine or masculine. If it's masculine, it's not going to add anything, but if it's feminine, we'll add a E. Il est devenu, Il est devenu is only masculine. But elle est devenue is only feminine. On est devenu, this one with on is very specific. Because on est devenu is conjugated like a singular. But it has a meaning of plural. So here we have to know if on is a masculine plural, feminine plural, or a mix of both, that in this case is going to be masculine plural. So on est devenu will take either es for masculine plural or es for feminine plural. Same thing for nous sommes devenus. Nous can be either feminine plural, masculine plural. Devenu will take a s and devenu for the feminine will take a s. Same thing for vous. Vous êtes devenu, devenu will take a s or a s. Ils sont devenus will only take a s. Elles sont devenues, it will take a s. So I already broke it down here to show you, but usually this is how the endings are represented in the book. We add simply the e between brackets, entre parenthèses. So if you look at the book, you are always going to have with je, the e is going to be between brackets. Also on the exercises that you have to do, I always say to add the feminine entre parenthèses. Let's go back very quickly to on. And we're going to look at two sentences. The exact same one but different gender. So if we say we enter the store, on est entré dans le magasin. On est entré dans le magasin. So here, es will mean that it's a masculine only, or a group of feminine and masculine. But if we say on est entré dans le magasin, es, it's a group of feminine only. Okay, so don't forget that with on, the verb is conjugated as a singular, but the ending of the participe passé is plural. Let's see the conjugation of the verb aller, to go. So we have je suis allé, either e ou e. Tu es allé, same thing, either e ou e. Il est allé, only e. Elle est allée, e. On est allé, it's either going to be es or ees. Nous sommes allés, it's going to be es or ees. Vous êtes allés, same, es or ees. Ils sont allés, es. Elles sont allées, es. Let's see 3 sentences, and depending on the ending of the past participle, try to guess the gender. The first one, nous sommes allés au restaurant hier. Nous sommes allés au restaurant hier. We went to the restaurant yesterday. So here, nous, technically we have no way of knowing if it's a masculine only, feminine masculine, or feminine only. But because of the ending of aller, we know that it's masculine plural. Okay, we don't have a E between the E and the S. Another one. Je suis resté à la maison aujourd'hui. Je suis resté à la maison aujourd'hui. I stayed home today. And here we can see that je is feminine because we have a at rester. Another one. Ils sont partis tôt. Ils sont partis tôt. This one is easy because il is always masculine plural. So parti, take only a S. They left early. We are going to review this again and again on the other lesson coming about the passé composé. Until then, you can do the exercises 2.6 and 2.7. Tomorrow we are going to see all about the agreement with avoir. So when the past participle agrees in gender and number with the verb avoir, with the auxiliary avoir. So I will see you tomorrow. À demain.